Good morning, my friends. This is Sandy, and this video is my Bloom Boutique 12 card kit. Now, I have sold out of the kits already, but I wanted to still do the videos for all of you at home who follow me, and for those of you that came and got your kits, but now what do you do with them, right? So the stamp sets that I used are the Prayers and Promises for all my sentiments. And then for the flowers and leaves, I used the Happiness is Here stamp sets that were from the 2026 album retreat that we just did in May. So if you don't have any of these stamp sets, you can use any sentiments you want from your collection and any flowers and leaves you have in your collection. You really can do this project without all of that, just using what you've got. Before we go through the cards, I just want to point out, in addition to the stamp sets, you will want a sanding block. Uh, I used the what is it, Golden Glow Shimmer Brush and a white gel pen. You will also need, I used um, Barely Blush, Peaceful Pine, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, which is the 5 new colors that just came out in the wonderful, fabulous, I love them magnetic closures. And then some sort of brown ink to do your sentiments in. Okay. So your first envelope um, would have all of the pieces that you need, these 5 pieces here for the base. So you're just going to tape those down using a frame around the edge. Then you've got a couple of sheets that are punched out like this, that are punch outs, and the sheets look like this. This is where all your sentiments are going to go. So it's this arch here is this piece here, and then you've got um, a couple of sheets of these beautiful gold embellishments, and you're going to use the oval from there. So these ones here, what are they called? Let's see if I wrote it down. This is a touch of gold tags, and the all of this gold, the pretty gold stuff, that is called beautifully adorned ephemera. And the beautifully adorned ephemera, I believe, is on the last chance list. So get them while you can. You've also got a pair of leaves, and then you're going to stamp a whole bunch of stuff out. You can stamp it ahead of time, stamp it as you go, but you've got one, two, three, four flowers um, in 4 different colors. The green leaf, and I didn't color any of those in. And then I just went through and added a couple of gems and butterflies here and there just to finish that card up. And look at how fun that is. And you can kind of tell this is the pearlized paper. So it's got this really cool, like pearl shimmer embellishment already in the paper. All right, so that's card one. Card two, I already ran it through the embossing machine for you. So you've got that beautiful embossing images from the Floral Spray 3D embossing folder. Add your tag that you've got your sentiment on. This gold is from the punch outs. That's from the punch outs. These 2 flowers, you're going to, some of them were embossed, and you're going to cut the embossed pieces out, and some you're going to stamp on paper and cut out. Um, the leaves as well were stamped on paper. So layers and layers and layers of fun, pretty, pretty, pretty. Bling it up how you want from the gems that have been provided. All right, you're going to put your embossed piece down in the center frame. This card and this card, same card, right? Basically the same card, just one I turned this way and one I left sideways. So same thing. You're going to, if I didn't mention on the last one, before you attach this piece to the card, add that striped, I tore it. So I ripped both edges off to give that ripped look, then taped it on here, cut the edges off, and then put it on your card so that you've got that white frame that goes all the way around. If you want, otherwise you can tape that band across, and the band would cover over some of the white, which is still beautiful. Couple of flowers, if you want, you can take and just kind of curl those flower petals so that they stick up a little bit. Fun bling from the punch outs. So the hardest part of this whole project here is getting all of your pieces stamped and cut out. If you happen to be at home and are using a stamp set from your collection, I would recommend it be one that has a die cut. So it will go a lot faster if you don't have to fussy cut everything. You would just then fussy cut these flowers that were embossed. So again, that same kind of layout where you've got your base, you've got a torn piece that goes diagonal. Make sure all 4 points are hanging off the edge before you cut so that you don't have like a section that's not covered the way you want it to. I've got this gold frame kind of underneath all of that there. I just put adhesive here where you're not going to see it so that because it's vellum. You won't be able to see the adhesive through there. And because I put it underneath there, this flower, tuck these behind. This one goes in front of this flower, then this, and then your flower on the front. To finish it off, we've got a couple of gems. Again, same technique where we're using our whole front card. These two, again, are the same card, just one turned one way, one turned the other way. Here we've got that frame, oval frame, and then instead of using it as an actual frame, it's just an embellished piece that we're going to layer our flowers over top of. Love, always, bling, 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 bling. And again, in the center of those flowers, I just used that Golden Glow Shimmer Brush to add the color to the middle of all those flowers. Every single card has that golden glow in the middle. All right, so this is layering. We've got our brown piece, pink piece, and then space your panels the way you want them. Tape your panels down. And then we've got one vellum piece here, your sentiment, tuck your fun little embellishments behind and on top of your sentiment, easy peasy. Again, same card, we're just turning it. Again, this one doesn't have the extra, this one had a brown extra layer. This one just starts with that next layer and leaves the white a little more forefront. We've got the green piece, add your 3 panels. Again, that middle one is that pearlized paper. Love, love, love. All right, you've got your vellum piece. I tucked a flower behind there, tucked this one behind there. There's that little vellum piece of flowers that I put kind of hanging onto the edge of that long tag. A little leaf, and then your flower that goes on front on the top there. All right, with this one, we've got our beautiful green pearlized paper in the back. Then add your floral piece, your tag, and then once your tag's on, then you're going to add that rip that down and add that strip, making sure that it's not going to cover any of your words. We've got just a little bracket piece here, a cluster of flowers and leaves, and a couple of blings to finish that off. This one here, we've got that yellow panel and the green panel is going to be framed white around the edge. Then this peach colored piece, the cantaloupe, crisp cantaloupe, is going to butt up against the yellow. So you've got a little more green showing on the side. And that's going to help kind of pop that leaf or the flower that sits right on that vellum piece. Kind of accents that a little better. Our cluster of flowers and leaves with one of those foil embellishment pieces tucked behind that flower. Bling, bling, bling. All right, this one's got that, again, same kind of layout, right? We've got the green piece. This one butts up to it with the white frame. But here we're going to overlap that floral piece a little on that pearlized hydrangea hue paper. and also mostly down on the green. Then we've got this foil piece that came from your punch outs. That's going to be the base kind of to hold your sentiments. You want your sentiment to be right in the middle of that. And then I tucked some flowers. I popped that so I could tuck some flowers underneath. Popped this flower so it's sitting on top. You've got your leaves there, add your bling, boom. This one here, we've got our floral piece with the pearlized golden glow that's going to have the frame. This piece overlaps that floral piece just a little smidgen, like a half of an inch, but mostly covers up that golden glow. We've got this vellum flower as kind of your focal point with all the other things tucking in and around it. Add your bling, and that one's done. This last one, can you believe? Yeah, they're really simple. Once you get the leaves done, the cards go really, really fast. So we've got this one, again, that green, the peaceful pine, pearlized paper has the frame around it. This piece overlaps, again, just a half of an inch down onto the floral piece. We've got one, two tags. This tag is a little bit longer. This one tucks underneath most of the flower there. We've got our cluster of flowers and leaves. Add your bling. That is my Bloom Boutique 12 card workshop. Thanks for watching. I'd love you to comment. Tell me if you're trying this at home on your own. And if you got one of my kits, let me know what you think.